What's going on, everybody? This is Matt from the Hair Transplant channel here, and in this video I'm gonna talk about another celebrity hair transplant transformations. I'm gonna talk about 4 other guys who transformed their looks because of the hair transplant, and it was a pretty big change. And the first one, as you can already see on the screen, is gonna be Jamie Foxx, American actor and songwriter. By the way, if you have not watched my previous hair transplant transformation series, so make sure you watch the part 1 and part 2 as well, because there are like really cool celebrities who you might not even know that they had a hair transplant. Jamie Foxx is 50-year-old right now. He basically just wanted to move his hairline back where it used to be a couple years ago when he was in his 20s, 30s and so on. But to be honest, I think like for a 50-year-old guy, still pretty decent looking hairline. I mean, some guys, even me, when I was 20 or 22, I already had worse balding than he on the in the left picture. So this is for a 50-year-old guy, is very preserved hairline. But yeah, he decided to move it even further, like you can see on the picture on the right. Definitely made his face younger looking. I don't know if it was FUE or FUT procedure, as I didn't find many pictures of him on the internet. However, I found a lot of pictures of him having this really elevated forehead and really the hairline which really started to pull back. This is Jamie Foxx, definitely not looking 50-year-old on the right picture. So this is a very well done transformation, and as we can see here on the right, on the right picture, it's pretty dense packing, so the hairs were packed in a pretty dense way. So, and it looks natural overall within the rest of his head, which is great. Now let's come to Calum Best. This is he actually was born in US, I didn't know, and now he lives in UK. So all the guys from United Kingdom, from US, you should know him. He's a UK based celebrity, like reality show, like he has some TV presence in the media in United Kingdom, right? And this guy is actually 33 now, I guess, and he started balding pretty early. If you take a look at the picture on the left here, and he is actually like around 20, in his mid-20s on the left, and this is actually the time when he got his first hair transplant. And you won't believe it is, but he had already like 3 hair transplants. And I'm gonna explain you how is that possible. He started balding in a similar way as mine, this kind of Mickey Mouse pattern. I call it like Mickey Mouse pattern. And then if it starts usually like that, and then later even the top here starts to recede. And this is actually what's happening to me right now, that this top here, it started to be like this Mickey Mouse pattern, and this pattern got transplanted, got covered by new hairs, but now this starts to receding as well. And this is what this guy did. So first he got the coverage here. He got a nice coverage here. He got like around 2,000 grafts, I guess, on his first hair transplant. But what started to happening then? And by the way, the picture on the right, this is the result after his 3rd hair transplant already. But what's interesting here again, so this was his first hair transplant. This was the coverage after the first hair transplant. But what started to happening? The picture on the left here, it's already after a hair transplant of the front. You can see that the frontal hairline is recreated already, right? This is already transplanted. This is new hair already. But pay attention to the right picture here. If you take a look at the picture on the right here, we can see that the front is transplanted, but now we can see the marked spot here, the mid-scalp. The mid-scalp will continue to recede, and this is where he's getting now the 2nd, and now he got already the 3rd hair transplant. You know, he's not as lucky as Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx just got first hair transplant somewhere in his late 40s, or almost he's 50 now. And look, he only needed to pull his hairline a little bit down. But the Calum, he had much progressive hair loss pattern, and he already got his first hair transplant like me in his 20s, and now he already got several hair transplant to kind of, you know, have another hair transplanted because of the progressive pattern. In his case, it's much more progressive hair loss than in Jamie's case, right? So this is something to be aware of, especially if you know, if you notice that you start to lose hair pretty fast from year to year. If you don't notice that, right, then you may go, I mean, with some crazy low hairline, you know. But if you know that you will start losing hair and you are very young and your hair loss will be very progressive from year to year, then I wouldn't really choose really crazy low hairline like Jamie Foxx did on the right picture here, okay? So that was Jamie and Calum, A.J.Mclean. This is the member of Backstreet Boys band, the boy band, the famous boy band now. He's a songwriter and musician as well, and he had a lot of boldness already. If you take a look at the picture on the left and then you can see the picture on the right, he was actually posting his results on the social media, on his Instagram. I apologize for the quality here, but we can see some interesting things here. First, we can definitely spot the redness on his scalp after the shock loss, because after you get your hair transplanted you will lose the hair usually within 1 or 2 months after the hair transplant, and now you can see those slightly red spots here. I hope you can see them. If not, I'm gonna mark them for you. This is the slightly red spot, right? This is all that was transplanted here. Slightly red spots. This is already after shock loss, and he posted it on his Instagram. Then until this 12th month it will regrow, and you can see it here. It regrew after 12 months, and we can actually see the scar here on the left picture. I know it's bad quality, but we can see the scar, and I think it was even a FUT procedure, the strip procedure, when they like cut a strip of hair from your donor area, they will put it on your recipient area, on your bald spot. So this is, I think, even a FUT procedure. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the fourth and the last guy. His name is Jason Gardiner. He's gonna be the least known guy. He's Australian. He's an Australian choreographer and musician, actually. And you can see that he used to be quite bald, especially on the picture here on the left, and then on the right you can see much better coverage. And for that, maybe even this picture could be more helpful. As you can see, he was literally balding at the front and receding, like actually even his crown was quite receding. So this is very suitable hairline for a 50-year-old guy. So this is nothing crazy. He couldn't get away with something like Jamie Foxx, even though Jamie Foxx and he and Jason Gardiner are the same age. Jason couldn't pull off, he wouldn't be able to pull off such a low hairline because his hair situation wouldn't allow it. It wouldn't look natural. He's not an Afro-American, and his donor area is probably not even that rich. I'm gonna check if he is really 50, but I think he is 50. Jason Gardiner, he's 46. Okay, so he's 46, so he is in his late 40s right now. If I forgot somebody very famous that I haven't done a hair transplant video about yet, then let me know as well. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe as always. And if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2 of the transformation series on my channel, watch it right now, because it is really cool and people really like those videos for some reason. That's why I'm doing the third part here as well. And yeah, that was me, Matt, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.